Let's see Dave's clip. Hold up, 1 second.
And punishing people who are good at the game. You know what I'm saying? Or like, you know, say you're up in a 1-by-1. You're right here. Edit.
Why would you peek like that? That's the only. Here's what I think.
Say you're up in a 1-by-1. You're right here.
But why?
Edit.
But you could adjust to that so quickly.
Look how slow that was.
Just don't fucking look it.
You're right.
Edit
here.
1 hole, not 2. And then hold the left side and then play off the fucking peak.
Here. Edit. Look how slow.
Oh my god, dude. Where's my post? Are people? Let me see if people are triggered or not. I have never. There are very few times where I peek something like that. It's such a bad way to peek. Except you didn't have to open 1 hole and play off the peak before someone used to make it back to Start Island. What? Anyways, let's go. Wait, no squad, solo dolos. Why are you talking shit? I'm not talking shit. I'm saying peeking it that way is not smart if you know that somebody's in there. Insta rushing like that is not necessary to kill that person in that base, so why do that? Either way, before the pump or the pump or whatever, dude. If a person is in that position, they could still shoot against you. Pre-nerf or not pre-nerf, like it doesn't matter. Pre-nerf allowed it to be it's more in favor to the person that's in the base if you do a peek like that. But no wait. Post-nerf. What the fuck? Epic! Okay. Not epic, but my game keeps like alt tabbing and shit. It's annoying as fuck. My whole point is you don't need to peek it like that. Like you do not need to peek it like that. The game's overall pacing, the game's overall flow, the overall skill cap is not being degraded because you can't peek in the way you want to like that. It really isn't. It really isn't. Especially when there's a way to play around it. There's been a way to play against it. And that's not the smartest fucking way to do it either. You get clapped like that if you're going up against a player that knows what they're doing, bro. Game! Stop it! Tilted, dude. My game keeps alt tabbing and I don't know what the fuck to do. The person in the box doesn't have to wait to pump. The person in the box hasn't had to wait to pump. There's always been a small delay on pump. Going from editing to switching to a weapon is a delay already. They've extended that delay to a point where it's now more favorable other person in the box, but here's the thing, dude. The person in the box has the better defensive position in the first place. They have the ability to do a lot more with somebody being above them than the person that's trying to invade their spaces does. What I'm saying is like if that's the primary example of that's slowing down the pace of the game, that's not enough. It's not enough to justify Epic turning it back, in my opinion. It's not enough. I'm dead. Close the client. Feels good. Thank you. That is not enough. If that is the primary reason, that people want this thing to be reverted, that is not a just reason. IMO. You lose a build fight, so you box yourself in, and then you're supposed to get the win? No, no. But if you lose the build fight and you box yourself in, you're in a position to where if somebody pushes you, you have the ability to shoot first. No matter pre-patch or post-patch, you still have the ability to get that shot off first. No matter what. Whether it was the patch before or the patch after, doesn't matter. They did add it. They made it a bit more significant in that. But on top of that, you should not, the way that Day showed it in the video, that is not the way you approach or peek that situation. That is like, I never double half it and always keep myself in the box. Or have myself in the box. You're supposed to create a peek so that you could use it to your advantage so that they can't edit or shoot back at you and make it more difficult for them to kill you. You're not supposed to just go inside of their fucking box and say, hey, I'm in this bitch. What up, baby? It's just not the way. You don't do it like that. You're gonna get fucked like that. And I'm talking about pre-patch and post-patch. You're gonna get fucked doing that. Makes the game feel more clunky. If the game feels more clunky because of it, it's because of lack of playtime, man. It's because you're used to the way that the pump already reacts now. Which isn't a bad thing. I'm not trying to like shame you for that, of course. But that's why it feels clunky. It felt clunky for me the first day. Second day, I was completely fine with the pump time. I would be okay if Epic were to decrease the time of it a little bit, but I don't think that they necessarily need to take it back to where it is. And I don't think this game is going to go downhill just because you can't pump super fast. Or because you can't switch and pump super fast. At the end of the day, we also have to remember that the pump shotgun is the only shotgun in the game that could 200 to fucking 0 a player. This still has to be taken into like account. And if this is the way Epic is gonna go about, that was the weirdest fucking slide I've ever done in my life. But if that's the way that Epic is gonna go about nerfing it, it really like I don't see the big issue with it. Now I'm just trying to be edgy. What are you even talking about, bro? Delay time everyone complains about. It's the delay when you swap off building. I'm aware. It's the delay when switching from a weapon, switching from building, the time that it takes to whip it out.